Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be taking you through everything that I have on my iPad. This is the iPad Pro 9.7 inch. On the first row I have my calendar, my photo app, camera app, and of course my Instagram. If you guys don't know, I am obsessed with Instagram. It is my favorite social media and you guys should definitely follow me on there if you're not already. Next I have my clock, the app store, settings, and then my social folder where I have my Facebook, and I mostly use Facebook for my public page. I don't really use it privately, and I made this page just so that I can put all of my content in one area. So every time I post a video or a blog post or an Instagram picture, I also post it on here, so everything's in one place. And I also have my Pinterest app. Of course, I love Pinterest and I post on here almost every day. Moving on, I have my YouTube folder where I have my YouTube Studio. I talked about this in what's on my iPhone. This is really great for commenting back to people. I find that the regular YouTube app is not very good for that. And then of course I have the regular YouTube app, which is where I watch other people's videos and things like that. Then I have my entertainment folder where you'll find my Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and Fox Now. Then we have my iCloud Drive and a folder dedicated to Apple stuff, which is just most of the stuff that comes with the phone that I never use, or just apps that I never use on my iPad. Then I have my shop folder, which contains some but not all of the stores that I shop at the most frequently and that I like the most, like ASOS and of course Zara. These are two of my favorite stores, or two of the stores that I just shop at the most frequently. That's why I have the app, otherwise I would just go on the website. Then I also have Polyvore, which I explained on what's on my iPhone. It's just an app where you can make collages. I also have Sephora, Ulta, and of course Amazon. Then I have an app called Next Episode, which I'm so excited about because if you watch a lot of TV shows, this just helps you keep track of when the TV show is gonna premiere. For example, Game of Thrones, it's gonna launch on June 25th of this year, and then Vikings, the next episode's in 6 days. So it's awesome if you watch a lot of shows and you don't remember what day of the week, or if the show ended and you don't know when it's gonna restart again. Then I have my Dropbox and Mario Run, and if you know me, you know that I love Mario. It's my favorite video game, and I actually really like this game. It's very easy to play. I don't really play it on my iPad that much. I play it mostly on my phone, but I really like it. You get to build your own castle. You do have to pay for like the 4th level, I think, but I don't know. I really enjoy it, and I actually recommend it. And finally, we're moving into my favorite folder in this entire iPad. It is my Create folder. This is where I have all of my creative apps, I guess. This is where my Apple Pencil comes in handy. First app I have here is Procreate, and this is my favorite app for hand lettering. Here you can find all of the different brushes. It has so many stock brushes that come with the app, but you can also import brushes like I did here. But as you can see, you have sketching pens, you have inking pens, you have painting, artistic, airbrushing, texture, you name it, and you can probably find it here. But I imported this brush right here, and the reason that I think this app is the best for hand lettering, in my opinion, is because I think that it responds so seamlessly to pressure. It mimics your handwriting so well, and it's so easy to use. You can make multiple layers, you can export it as a vector. If you've ever seen hand lettering in any of my videos, this is what I use. I just export it as a vector, and it's just so easy to airdrop it to my laptop or my phone or whatever it is that I'm working on. Next is my favorite sketching app. This is Adobe Sketch. I love this app for drawing. This is an example of something that you can do here. If this looks familiar, it's because this is what I drew for my banner, and my outro card at the end of every video Has these little flowers on it. I drew it here, and I don't know, I just think that this personally is the best sketching app that I've tried on the iPad Pro so far. So really quickly, I'm just going through all of the pens. We have the pencil, the regular pen, this brush. We have this, which I think it's like an oil paint. And then my favorite is the watercolor. And I feel like the people who have developed these apps did such a great job at mimicking actual watercolors, the way that they overlay on top of each other, the way that they dry, the way that they mix. I think that they just did such a great job. I'm going to show you guys another app which also has a really good watercolor feature. You can also make layers in this app just like Procreate. I'm going to show you really quickly what it looks like when you hide a layer. For example, here I'm hiding and showing the layer again. Honestly, in my opinion, I've only had this iPad for a couple of months, but these two apps right here are the only apps I think that anyone needs. But I'm just gonna go through all of the apps that I have. This is Adobe Draw, and it has 5 brushes. This is the first brush, the second one, which is pretty good for pressure sensitivity, and you could also do hand lettering. It's not my favorite in this app, but it works. This is a flathead brush, like an angle brush, and another angle brush. And really quickly, I'm just going to show you how that second brush you can do hand lettering with it. It's not my favorite, but it is possible if you do have this app. I believe this app is free either way, so why not? Next, I have Lightroom, and this is my favorite software for editing raw images straight off of my camera on my computer. I edit the pictures on my computer, then I transfer them from the Lightroom on my computer to the Lightroom on my phone or on my iPad. And what this does is that it doesn't jeopardize the quality of your image that you took on your camera. Sometimes when you transfer an image straight from your camera to your phone and you edit it on your phone, the quality of the image is not going to be as good as that of a picture that would have been edited on a computer first, if that makes any sense. Next, I have Diptic, and I talked about this also in my What's on My iPhone. I mostly use this for my blog to put pictures side by side. Then I have my notes, which I don't really use on my iPad. And then I have Paper 53, which is another sketching app, and this one's pretty cool. I actually like this one. I'm just gonna go through all of the pens very quickly. Next, I have an app called Sketches Pro, and this is probably my third favorite after Adobe Sketch and Procreate. I really love all of the pens in this one. It has such a great variety, and my favorite part of this app is the watercolor. I think that this watercolor shows up more true to watercolor than the one in Adobe Sketch. I think the one in Adobe Sketch is a little bit easier to work with, but you're gonna see that when I get to the watercolor pen that it actually looks like real watercolor, and I like the way that this watercolor overlays a little bit better than the Adobe Sketch one, but I still think that Adobe Sketch is a better app overall. It also has an airbrush. And it has this sort of pattern maker. I think you just draw a shape and pick a pattern, and the pattern will show up based on whatever shape you draw, which is pretty cool. Another great feature that this app has is the smudge option, which is perfect for watercoloring as well. You're gonna see here that you can just smudge whatever you want so that it looks more seamless. I love doing this with watercolors. And I just want to show you really quickly a sketch that I did so that you can see how pretty the watercolor looks. I think that it looks so real. Finally, the last app in this folder is Phonto, which I mostly use on my phone, not really on my iPad, but I use this to make my quotes on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, I type in a lot of quotes sometimes, and this is what I use. It has a bunch of different fonts, and you can just use whatever background you want. And on my dock, I just have my messages, Safari, mail, Gmail, and my music. Really quickly, I just want to show you guys my cover. I got this recently on Amazon and I'm obsessed with it. I can't even begin to tell you guys how great this cover is for the price. It's this beautiful cognac brown leather. It feels and smells amazing, and it actually looks prettier in person than it does on camera. The only thing I'm not too fond of is that blue thing. I don't know what the point of that blue is, but whatever. When you fold it like this, it just stands perfectly and it doesn't budge. I don't know, I just think it's so well made. It just feels a lot more expensive than what it actually is. And the inside is suede, and if you guys know me, you know how I feel about suede. And that is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.